Energy. Everybody needs it or we die. It's defined as the ability to do work. It's measured in joules. Something you should know is that energy exists in many different forms, like light energy, heat energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, chemical energy, kinetic energy, etc., etc. It's changed from one form to another, and it cannot be created or destroyed, so make sure you never say we make or produced energy in an exam. So why exactly do we need energy? Well, us animals need it for things like metabolism, movement, active transport, maintenance of body temperature, repair and division of cells. Plants need energy for things like photosynthesis, active transport and protein synthesis. These processes need a constant supply of energy, without which they'd stop and, we'd bite the dust. Now, a cell cannot get its energy directly from glucose. In respiration, energy is released from the breakdown of glucose, and this energy is used to synthesize ATP from ADP and an inorganic phosphate. ATP is where the cell gets its energy from. It stands for adenosine triphosphate and has 3 phosphate groups. The bonds between these phosphate groups are where the cell's energy comes from. They have a low activation energy and so are easily broken. When they do break, the chemical energy they store is released for the cell to use. The ADP and the inorganic phosphate are recycled back into respiration to synthesize more ATP. The synthesis of ATP can occur in 3 ways: photophosphorylation, oxidative phosphorylation, and substrate-level phosphorylation. Photophosphorylation occurs in photosynthesis in plants. Oxidative phosphorylation occurs when ATP is synthesized when something is oxidized. For example, when reduced NAD is oxidized during the electron transport chain. Substrate-level phosphorylation is when phosphate groups are transferred from a donor molecule to ADP to synthesize ATP, for example in the Krebs cycle. But why do we use ATP? Why not another molecule with bonds? Well, it stores and releases only small packets of energy and so can be released in manageable amounts so no energy will be wasted. It's small, it's soluble, and so it's easily transported around the cell. ATP is easily broken down, so the energy will be quickly and easily released. As ATP cannot pass out of the cell will always have ATP as an immediate energy source. The hydrolysis of ATP to ADP and an inorganic phosphate is a one-step reaction, so energy release is immediate. You should keep in mind that ATP cannot be stored and so has to be constantly made inside the mitochondria of all cells. This means that in cells that require a lot of energy, such as liver, muscle, and epithelial cells, will have a large number of bigger mitochondria so that more energy can be made. And there you have it.